What's going on, YouTube? kQhSPVFzAQ back again with another Disgaea RPG video, and I'm at another location. I'm not at home. I'm actually on vacation with my friend Cloud, but thank goodness he has a streaming setup ready for me to come in and keep coming with the content. So, I thought the next banner we would get in this game would be next week, and it would be New Year's Rosalind, but now we're getting hit by a banner that has Fuka and Axel, which we weren't even expecting, coming out tomorrow. So I wanted to jump on. We're going to go over the wiki. I can't make any graphics or anything because, again, I'm on the road. But I can still tell you guys my thoughts on these units and how I would go about if I was going to summon or not. So first up, we have Fuka, and Fuka's going to be the better of the two units in my opinion. She's going to be an Axe Forte user who is going to specialize in debuffing the enemy and striking extremely powerfully, okay? So she's going to do really well on Axe teams. If we look at her stats here, she's really slow. She's got a speed of 48. Now, if you guys have a Laharl and you've been running with him, you will be able to comparatively see how slow he is compared to how slow she is. They're kind of around the same speed, so that's going to be trouble for you. In my opinion, Laharl is always running at the back of the line, but he does hit pretty hard, and that's what saves him. She's going to hit really hard as well with an attack that is high. It's higher than Laharl's. It's supposed to be the highest in the game right now, so you have to look out for that. That's going to be really good for her, but as an Axe wielder, she's going to be extremely slow coming in and doing her damage. And again, like we talked about, you do want to use the Axe on her because she is going to specialize in lowering Axe people lower like stats, so she's going to lower the defense of your opponent, okay? And that's what she's going to have in all her command abilities as well. If we look at her attributes, she's actually negative 50% to water, so she's going to crumble against water type enemies that she ends up going against, but she'll make up for that a little bit with the rest of her kit. Now, scrolling on down, we do have her abilities, as you guys can see here. We have Everyone Come and Conquer the World, which is going to be her main ability. That gives all members damage dealt plus 10%. That is everybody. So that is a fantastic ability if you're looking to have her on any team, because it's not niche. It doesn't need a certain kind of proc like the next one, Axe equipping members. Everybody's just doing 10% more damage. That's why she can find her way into a lot of parties. If you any +1 her, Together We Stand, Axe equipping members get 18% attack up. So if you're going to run an Axe party, Christmas, Laharl, any of those people, you could possibly build something along with her going on this route. I wouldn't recommend any of this unit at all, unless you're a huge fan of her. Other than that, I would just skip out and not be doing it. Next up is Power of Belief. This is for herself. Her single targeted damage is plus 60%. So as long as she doesn't do her AoE, she actually is going to be doing a lot of single target damage, and that's going to be increased by 60%, but you've got to get all the way to NE +5 for that, which is tough. And then Dream Girl, Axe equipping members, single target damage taken, minus 15%. Normally what wipes me so far, and again, I haven't gotten that far in the game where it's just one boss and they just keep hitting you. It's the AoE damage that really kills off my team. And then now you're saying it has to be single target, and then it has to be an Axe member. She seemed like the first ability is really good, but as you go down her NE, it becomes really niche and specialized. So you have to look out for that if you're trying to run her in a party. She gets two character skills or command skills in her arsenal. One does have the element of fire attached to it, which is going to be Bomb Knock. It doesn't really get that powerful. As you can see, it goes from an E to an E+. However, it doesn't cost that much SP once leveled, or even unleveled, but it will reduce the defense of the target by 12%, which is going to be fantastic. It allows you to do more damage and the rest of your team. We go to Glorious Hitter, goes up to a B+. We can see it goes down to a 45 SP cost, single target without fire element, but does a lot more damage, as you can see, from an E to a B, so that's really good as well. And then if you get her to NE +3, you're unlocking Prinny King XX, goes up to a C+, not the best in the world, AoE fire, but AoE defense down, which could be very great, but again, you're going to have to invest a lot of copies or pull a lot of copies into her, and I just don't see that as a possibility for most people unless they really like the character. Again, moving down, she's going to have fire. She's obviously a fire elemental user. She's going to have a lot of fire magic. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Her int stat isn't where she shines. It is her attack stat. So we'll skip over that. And then as with everybody, we do get like special parameters up as we NE and awaken them. So overall, I'm going to give Fuka a B tier. I'm going to put her on the same as Usalia and Fenric. I don't think that Fuka is that great, honestly. I know a lot of people out there really want to use her and swing really hard with her, but she's much too slow. Her first ability will be very helpful for people starting out in the game early on because it blesses everybody with 10% more damage. But other than that, she's somebody who's going to be quickly passed up and not somebody I recommend putting a lot of time and effort into, sadly. So next up is Axel, and I love Axel's look and his attitude. He is very cool, but he's actually going to be lower in the tier rating. He's going to get a C. I'm just spoiling it right now. C tier for Axel. He's much, much worse than even Fenric. If we look at his stats here, he has a speed of 52, which isn't too bad. You know, it's not top end, but it's kind of in the mid tier of speeds that we've had so far. His attack is, it's in mid tier, nothing too special. All of his stats are mid to mediocre, okay? His speed's okay, though. It's pretty good. Moving on down, he is going to be a fist wielder, and as you can see, he doesn't have as bad of a attribute problem. He'll take 25% more from fire, but at least it's not 50% more like we saw with water with Fuka there. He's going to be a fist wielder, as I just said, forte in the fist users, and again, he's going to be all about buffing up fist members. So if you want to build a monk fist punching party, this is going to be the guy for you. I'm the best. Self-damage all dealt by 40%. So he just buffs himself. He gets on the team. He ain't buffing anybody else. He's doing 40% more damage. Any +1 fists are talking. Fist equipped members damage dealt skills by 15%. So as long as you're not just doing a normal attack using your skills, you're going to get 15% or more on that, but it has to be a fist equipping user. Dark Hero writes, again, fist equipping members taken damage by normal attacks minus 15%. I don't particularly care for when they do, like, you know, you have to be a fist equipping, now it has to be single target, or now it has to be normal attack, now we're going to give you mitigation. It just seems like too niche and too hard to control in that scenario to maximize what you can get from a unit, right? So that seems a little rough. And then simple nature, self. All stats except speed plus number of females in the party times 5. He's a ladies' man. You put the ladies on the team, he's going to get a big buff from that. He seems like, again, got to build a team around Fist, and then even then he wants to buff himself. But the problem with buffing himself, he doesn't have the attack to back it up like some of these other members. It's okay. This is my Sinus's first ability, E to E+, single target, actually heals. And I'm telling you right now, by playing with Valvatorez, healing yourself is actually pretty big. So this is maybe where Axel can help you a little bit, is staying alive in those fights where everybody keeps just getting knocked off. You know, you hit really big, maybe kill one of those stupid fish off in experience level, heal yourself up. That's what I'm doing with Valve. Possibly what you could do with Axel here. My Heart Zol's B goes up to a B+. It is single target. Nothing else really to say about this. This is his harder hitting ability for more SP. Then he learns his any ability if you get him to any +3. Love Diamond T, C to a C+, AoE with Wind, cost 85. Bestows paralysis effect. So this is going to be cool if you're really struggling, you're trying to apply paralysis, some way to stay alive and beat a stage, maybe even 3-star it, so you can use those skip tickets. This could be great there again, but he doesn't really shine in any of these things. You're definitely not building him for, in my opinion, you're not going down the magic route with our boy. You're going fist weapon and you're going physical attack damage. But again, I'm giving him like a C. He doesn't really, I know that this is all about team building, right? We want to build a team up, but it's not. There are members out there that just buff everybody, so you can kind of put your team in a way willy-nilly, and you don't have to go so far down the NE chain to get those buffs, and then even then, like, you go NE +5 on him, and the buff he gives, his normal attacks don't hurt as bad to the fist users. That's kind of rough, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm going to go ahead and say this is a giant, again, I gave him a C tier. He's the lowest tier unit I've reviewed so far on the channel. Both of these units are okay, they're fun. If you want to summon, go ahead, but again, we're waiting on New Year's Rosalind, which is going to be an insane unit that it will buff everybody and help support everybody on the squad, which is great. I see a lot of people out there summoning. If you're just having fun, you're just getting into the game, you want to spend those nether quartz, go ahead, I guess. But if you had to ask me straight up, my friend asked me, hey man, should I summon? The answer is no, it's definitely a skip. So hopefully this video worked out okay. I know I'm in a new location, I'm in a new kind of setup, but you know, doing the best I can to make sure you guys get the content. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about these two units. I think Axel looks amazing. I'm not saying that Fuka doesn't look nice too, but Axel looks really cool. Subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.